Tierra del Fuego has been an inclusive and collaborative group composed of Lennoxville and Sherbrooke residents, along with Bishop students who have been living and studying together in Quebec's eastern townships since the fall of 2008. Community dinners and potlucks encourage the meeting and greeting of occasional and lead volunteers, both old and new. Music lessons and performances, art workshops and exhibitions, as well as plant care and ecological interests, largely characterize much of what Tierra has been doing to build a local community in Lennoxville. Hosting of socially and ecologically themed public events has been a primary strategy of Tierra as to attract new volunteers and supporters. In January of 2013, the sourcing of local and organic foods from farmers within the townships provided exceptional ingredients for a delicious free dinner open to the public that followed a discussion panel hosted by Tierra del Fuego and the Bishop's History Association. Over 40 people packed the house to attend the panel discussion, which was led by local farmers, academics, and food activists. Cinema Politica film series at Bishop's continued this 2013 winter semester, starting off the year with the film Wabanaki, People from Where the Sun Rises. The collaborative evening was orchestrated between Cinema Politica Bishop's, the Performing Art Gallery, as well as the Salle Tremplin in Sherbrooke, and was able to host the world-renowned director of the film, Alanis Obamsawin, who gave a peaceful and nourishing recognition of Abenaki people, history, and the colonial relationships that continue to this day. Between February 4th and 7th of 2013, the Bishop's University Environmental Club, led by co-presidents Eric Burton and Cassandra McAdams-Roy, organized a week of eco-awareness that consisted of 4 evenings of different documentary screenings and discussion groups, a reusable mug campaign that gave free hugs for mug users, as well as a primary event, which was a climate change and energy sustainability discussion group where Bishop's faculty and staff members, joined by guest speaker Peter Stowett from Concordia, publicly discussed issues of climate change, climate science, and adaptation strategies for improved economic, social, and ecological resilience. In commemoration of the banned sale of bottled water on Bishop's campus, Cinema Politica Bishop's hosted a public screening of Bottled Life, a film that questions the privatization and profiteering of common water supplies. Also during the same week, a group of art students and Tierra volunteers came together to execute the installation of a massive mural that brings an imaginative awareness to the paradoxical relationships modern society has with its life-supporting ecologies. Community meals were informal, yet foundational gatherings where volunteers came together to conceive of and plan for new events, as well as to relax and enjoy a meal with friends before the next day's work. An amalgamation of various students and non-student youth volunteers cooperatively executed a garden workday as to advance the Tierra del Fuego Community Garden Project. Funding support from the Experiential Learning 300 course provided for a skill saw, an electric drill, and many other helpful tools and materials that are crucial for a solid greenhouse construction. The EXL grant also covered costs for seeds, so Tierra can sprout and plant a wide variety of local organic produce. However, patience is currently required for optimal weather to transplant the indoor sprouts to outdoor soil beds. With the collective efforts of over 20 volunteers on Tierra's Garden Workday, the greenhouse is closer to completion than ever, while the preparation of soil beds and rich compost is ready for the first outdoor plantings of 2013 season. The Experiential Learning Project grant helped greatly in supporting the acquisition and access of quality materials and tools for Tierra del Fuego volunteers who have an interest in maintaining and growing an increasingly educational and abundant organic garden project in Lennoxville. With a year's lineup of young and enthusiastic Tierra del Fuego volunteer residents, the materials and experiences acquired from participation in the aforementioned EXL activities will undoubtedly guide future volunteer leaders to maintain and advance Tierra del Fuego's role in strengthening the Lennoxville community's capacity for social and ecological well-being.
Seeds. Working.
Just donated by Karine Labat.
Booyah.
Yeah.
Ultimately, the success of a volunteer project such as Tierra del Fuego depends on the devoted will of the lead organizers in order to maintain a solid social foundation while also progressing in development according to the fundamental approaches of grassroots social ecology. Hope carries on into the spring and summer for favorable weather and productive seeds so that the garden can increasingly thrive and so that Lennoxville's social and ecological potential can be envisioned and accomplished.